Pressure. Everyone feels it. A surgeon in the operating room, an athlete in the final seconds of a match, a student staring at a blank answer sheet, a performer before walking on stage. The body reacts. The breath shortens, hands tremble, decisions get cloudy. We call it anxiety, overthinking, fear of failure. But it's more than that. It's the moment your identity clashes with uncertainty. And it's not new. Over 2000 years ago, Arjun, a warrior trained from childhood, the best of his time, stood frozen, not in front of a mythical demon, but his own cousins, mentors, teachers, and friends. He dropped his bow. His hands shook. He questioned everything, his role, his choices, his values. That moment, that's not mythology, that's you before a big exam. That's you before quitting a job you hate. That's you staring down the fear of letting people down, or worse, letting yourself down. And in that moment, standing beside Arjun was Krishna, not shouting orders, but offering clarity. Krishna didn't say, "Don't worry, it will all work out." He didn't say, "Win at any cost." He said something far more radical. You have the right to perform your duty, but not to the fruits of your actions. That one idea is the spine of the Gita, and arguably the greatest philosophical hack ever written. When you act for outcomes, your mind constantly flips between future and past, winning, losing, rewards, regrets. But when you act just to act, focused on what's in front of you, that's where clarity lives. Not in the chase, but in the present. In modern performance science, we call it flow state. Total immersion in the task, no anxiety, no resistance, just pure doing. And this is where the Gita becomes more than a religious text. It becomes a performance manual, one where the goal isn't detachment in the emotional sense, but discipline in the cognitive sense. It doesn't say don't care, it says care deeply about what you are doing, not about what it might get you. That's the difference between panic and poise. Arjun didn't become fearless overnight. He became clear. He remembered his training, his purpose, his alignment. He wasn't fighting for glory. He was acting because it was his role, his karma, in that moment. He reclaimed his breath, lifted his bow, and stepped forward, not knowing what would happen next, but knowing he would give his all. That's the lesson. You might not be holding a bow on a battlefield, but your battleground could be a blank screen, a job interview, a tough conversation, a personal loss. And the same principles apply. Do the task fully. Don't cling to outcomes. Let go of mental noise and return to the present. That's not just spirituality, that's strategic calm. That's peak performance. In every high pressure moment, there is a split second where you choose freeze or focus, react or respond, worry or work. The Gita doesn't promise comfort, it promises clarity, and clarity leads to courage. Pressure is real, but so is peace, if you know where to look.